I was thinking about this event. Thank you so much to Elizabeth and all the organizers. Can I get some noise of love for them? And Esther, there's so many people I don't know who are involved, so I will meet you properly afterwards and consider yourselves truly recipients of my gratitude and all the people here's gratitude. So I was thinking about the theme of grandmother, and I was a little pushed for time this week, but it occurred to me when I was trying to prepare, actually today, that I probably know more about Bill Withers' grandma than my grandma. And I remember his song, Grandma's Hands, such a beautiful piece, such a beautiful ode to the concept of a grandmother. It always makes me wish that I'd known mine better. So I was sitting contemplating that, and I was thinking I want to bring something hip hop to that vibe, and I'm sure you guys all know the song No Diggity by BlackStreet. They famously sampled Grandma's Hands by Bill Withers. So what I'm going to try and do is blend those two concepts together of the kind of hip hop R&B version by No Diggity, but also bring in the content as far as I can engage with it as someone who didn't really know my grandmother, but someone who very much respects this event and what it can mean. Try and blend those two things together. And I just wrote it today, so I'm going to have to read it off the pulpit. And I have a fantasy, I don't know if it's going to happen, but there's this chant bit in the song. It's kind of famous, it's become iconic if anyone's seen the Pitch Perfect movie. Has anyone seen that movie? Super cheesy, but so good. There's this part where everybody sings this song together a cappella, and there's this chant bit, and I have this feeling like it sounds almost like Apache style, even though it's R&B, so it kind of goes, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. So I got this fantasy that at a certain point in the song, we're all going to join in with that. You guys up for that?
Yeah!
Alright, let's try it. I literally wrote this today, so fingers crossed. So let's conjure Bill, his grandma, and your grandma too, and all our grandmas. Grandma's hands, grandma's hands, grandma's hands. You guys want to clap along? That's all good too. This is a rap sent to bless the memory of my ancestors, all my progenitors, including my grand blesser, of whom Moses left us some photos that stand on the dresser and remind me that I might have had the chance to get to know her, but it's over, and now I guess I miss that ark, miss that boat, and I miss her. I have the faintest recollection of hands with it gripping the arm of an armchair as she handed wisdom down to a new generation. And now, of course, because I barely had a conversation, now my imagination is free to make an idealized, brain-crafted, all singing, all dancing amalgamation. So my grandmother becomes a patchy amalgam of Irish rebel, wise witch and Pachamama, inviting me, the toddler, into her lap to drift off to sleep and dream of peace in a palace of Rama. That's my nana. But of course that's not the real her, it's just a symptom of me being a dreamer, a relentless optimist, a true woo-woo believer, who believes that just by reframing my fantasy of her I can truly heal her. But I really do believe it, cause dreams are known to come true. You might say I'm a dreamer who ain't woken up, but much like John and Yoko, yep, I'm not the only one. You and you also know the holy oneness of the solar spun web in which we all reside, custodians, the tide vibing us higher, with a simple understanding that each of our lives is a fine line, or filament of wire, or tapestry of the fine Maya, and each one of us is nothing less than a divine child of Gaia. Actually, to be more accurate, we're children of the children. There's been at least one generation that ignored her wisdom, who tried their darndest to harm this limitless vision and replace the green with the grey constricted collision. What a decision. Now this is something we call the Industrial Revolution. Well, it's certainly revolting seeing this dust and pollution. This generation is awakening to the adjusted solution and has finally listened to the wisdom grandmothers been mooting. Now we're moving back towards the lap of our grand, humbled, crawling as the towers tumble back to the land. And the holy waters of love that were held back by a dam are now about to burst through and flood us to the plan. So this is an ode to my grand, your grand, all of our grandmothers, and the one overarching grand that stands above us. Thank you for not losing faith. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for this opportunity to hold hands with abundance. And we say this with our true feelings. And this night we raise money for a renewed being, for us to be truly being. This moment we send an auntie from this land to New Zealand to represent the ever-living song of a land and meet up with 12 other Indigenous grands. Here we stand, and I'm proud to be announcing all my fortitude and support for the one true council. Grandma's hands. Grandma's hands. You ready? Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Let it ring out. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Everybody on their feet, let's go for the grands. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. No exceptions. If you got legs, you're up on them. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Now wave your hands. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Keep going. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Give a high five to the person next to you. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Now mix around. You have to now give 5 high fives to strangers who you don't know. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Keep chanting. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Now, I'm so proud my spine it could burst. I'm looking at you all, man, this is my kind of church. A real place where we fit live type of words. Straight through it, man, and we let God squirm, cause he knows this is the reality, this is the decision. We all together form a new type of religion and say, this is us. And we chant one more time. You ready? This is our chance.